They have never been given any artificial fertilizer or sprayed with any pesticide. In places where they have a lot of rain, why then they need to raise their bed so that the topsoil is also covered. It doesn't get all washed away into the ocean. And with the groves in between the beds, why the water will have a chance to sink down and replenish the water table. Oh, no, we're this way. So, this is always fascinating. See, this belongs to the ginger family of plants. They are not eaten. Okay, so if you would like to come over here and put your hand and at the base you cut it this there. Now,
What are you doing?
there. Now, smell that water.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not
smell
good.
the
I can
water.
smell from here.
Huh? Yeah, it's so fragrant and it's so soft water. You can wash your face with it and go all kind of, and you'll be smelling so nice the rest of the class in the bus when you're going. If you want to try and get, just shake that water there and wash your face, pull off a little bit. Don't break the flower. Right,
That's a good smell.
these are two different ways. These are two different ways of growing rice. The usual way is in the paddies. It needs a lot of water. The seedlings are a lot older. Okay, that side is the SRI or system rise intensification. You do not need to fill up the paddy with water as long as the soil is moist and it is plowed and prepared. Then the seedlings, instead of planting them in clumps like this, they are planted singly, 8 to 10 inches apart. And all of those that you see all bunched up and looking a lot more productive than this, they used to be only one little seedling. So the SRI is continually more productive than the old method. But why don't all the rice farmers plant that way? Simply because if there's a crop failure beyond human control, they do not have anybody to turn to. They do not have crop insurance like the farmers here. And they cannot turn to the churches or any government agency. They are either corrupt or don't have any money. See? So, our job is to just continually demonstrate that there is a better way. Okay? You all love bacon for breakfast or ham sometime or that. Okay. Come and say hello to our cake.
Big. That's a big pig.
Yeah. Say hello to our pig. Many people do not like to have pigs in the neighborhood because they smell a smell. Right? But here you are, even if you fling into their way, you do not smell a smell. Because of the way the bedding is constructed. Okay, understand that this pig pen has a cement floor. Okay? And the way the bedding was constructed, several inches of biochar or charcoal made out of plant materials, not the coal that we're familiar with, the briquettes that you use for, barbecue. Biochar. Okay? Several inches. On top of that are several inches of almost decomposed wood chips. And then the next layer is more recent wood chips. The next layer, about 7, 8 layers of banana leaves. And then over that would be the grain husk, the rice, wheat, or barley husk. And then over that are the sawdust. And then the sawdust is inoculated with endogenous microorganisms, organisms that you puncture from where other animals have pooped or peed, and that's your inoculate. And so all that composition, and the pig it stays there all the time. If you can imagine, if it stays there all the time and having all that excreta and all the food that is rotten in there, you would not be able to stand this close. You would say it stinks and you go away. Alright? Now, when the pig is butchered, you see, they will simply slide off this side of the wall, remove all the bedding and put it right there where it's already getting prepared, and allow it to decompose some more so that it will become fertilizer. Now, the third advantage of raising pigs this way is that this pig is fed with materials that people can no longer eat or do not eat, because they have, some plant materials that we don't eat, fruit that are overripe and they're no longer good for the market or for this. But the main bulk of the feed is thinly sliced banana stalk that is pounded and put in a barrel, and they add salt, molasses, and bran, be it rice bran, wheat bran, or oat bran, or whatever bran there is, and that is allowed to sit there for a few days. And of course, there's a little bit of fermentation, and so the pig is a lot more quiet.
3 questions. First up, does this thing spend all its time here, or do you like take it for walks and stuff?
It stays all there.
Oh.
Don't need to walk.
And for like
Either they walks where let all the fat energy, then there won't be enough, fat in the pork.
so like also, have you ever stuck an apple in its mouth just for a joke?
And that is really just a way of enticing you to eat more of the roasted pork.
And last question, what did you say went in before the bran?
Thinly sliced banana stalks,
And what else?
salt, molasses.
Because I was thinking if you, instead of bran, you did brandy, you might get a nice drink out of it.
No. Bran, the part of the grain, because they are preparing it polished, and people don't eat that. Yeah. Okay. In this country, we feed the pigs grain from corn and soybean mixed with other plant materials. Okay. But here is eating things that we don't feed people. All right. So we teach people how to grow worms. Let's go this way.